Oh, is he getting his voice back? Did we just hear Ditto meow a little bit?
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo, the Lucky Ferals.
It's about 9:30 a.m. right now, and I slept late today because it's a rainy, cold day, and I don't have to get up early today. So I'm going to show you what's going on in the recovery room with Ditto. So I'm going to hope he doesn't move. There's bird videos on the TV, and Ditto's hanging out on the day sofa, but he moved. I wanted to show you how cute he was laying. He was so happy laying there watching the bird videos. Oh, is he getting his voice back? Did we just hear Ditto meow a little bit? He's gonna go underneath. Yeah, he's stretching. Stretching is a good sign. I also want to mention that he actually used, oh, he's sneezing now too. He actually used this scratchy rug about 4:30 in the morning. I was checking the security camera footage this morning, and he actually scratched on it for quite a while. It actually woke me up, and that's why I was like, what's going on? What is that noise? And then I figured out what it was. So he's making good progress. Good morning, Boo. Boo slept on the bed all night. It's 10:30 a.m. I'm just about to give Ditto the first half of his breakfast, and look at this. Look at all the grooming he's been doing. There's more here, and he has been looking out the window a few times, so there's more here, and there's some down here on this rug. There is Ditto. I just gave him some food. He's having homemade raw food with the Stella and Chewy's chicken patty today, and I smashed those all together, and I add some water, and I added a little bit of tuna juice because that seems to tempt him to eat. I added some salmon oil, just a little bit. And I also added some of the herbal mixture that I've been giving him. So it's the olive leaf extract, the acidophilus, the nettle, and glutamine. And I've been wondering what the flash of light is that I sometimes see when I'm filming. It's actually the security camera when it's clicking on. That's how it's affecting this footage. while Ditto is finishing the first half of his meal, I am going to go feed the other cats. It is now 11 a.m. and I just gave Ditto the second half of his breakfast. This half has a few drops of rescue remedy, and it also has a few drops of an herbal tincture for congestion for his respiratory tract. So hopefully he'll eat it all. Takes about a half hour to get all the other cats fed because I have to sit there and watch Boo eat his entire meal and keep the other cats away from it. And I still have not even given Hydrox food. I don't know if he's outside because it's been raining all morning. So I'll let Ditto eat and I'll be back. Okay, so he just sneezed a lot. So I'm gonna have to check his plate when he's done. It's 11:09 a.m. and I just give Hydrox some food in the corner here because it is still raining out, and right next to the house there's like a little area that stays dry. So he's having some canned food, but I put the same herbs in it that I gave to Ditto. So if he eats that, I'll give him more. It's 12:15. Hydrox finished his third plate of food. You're done, Hydrox. That was a lot of food. That was a lot of food. 3 plates. This is the Vicks filter-free cool mist humidifier that I bought at Target the other day. The original one that I bought, it ended up that it was a return because I opened it up and I was like, why does it smell like eucalyptus? And then I realized that it didn't have all the packaging material in it. So I put it back in the box and I took it back and I returned it. And I got this one and I checked inside the box before I bought it to make sure it was definitely not previously used. So one of the complaints with this unit is that it sounds like rainwater, like it sounds like it's raining. And when I read that, I was like, that's kind of weird. Normally humidifiers don't make that noise. Normally humidifiers do make like a humming noise, but they don't sound like water dripping. And this one sounds like water dripping almost from the moment I turned it on. Can you hear that? It's like a constant sound of water dripping. It's working really well. I can see steam coming out of the top of it, and it is definitely cool. It's not like my other humidifier. But that water dripping noise, I would not be able to sleep in the same room with this thing. It would drive me crazy. Right now there is 40% humidity in this room. I want to boost it up to closer to 60. So I'm going to let this run for a while and we'll see. It is 1:10 p.m. and the first thing that I notice when I walk in this room is that it's like hazy in here. There's a haze in the room. And it is definitely because of this humidifier. Right now it says it's 49%. That's what the humidity is in here. But because this is an ultrasonic humidifier and not an evaporative humidifier, it doesn't really work the same as just like regular evaporated water does. And I'm not really happy with how this is functioning. But I can still hear the drips, and I really don't like how it's making the room so hazy. Here's Ditto. He's relaxing underneath the day sofa. The air is clearer down here at the floor level. It's hazier like in the middle of the room, so I have the window open and we're going to clear out this haziness. They say that if you have a lot of minerals in your water, like hard water, that it can cause this, that the way that these humidifiers work is that they'll actually disperse the minerals into the air, and that's what can cause, they say that it could cause like a white dust in the room, but it's definitely causing a lot of just haziness in the air, and I'm really not a fan of that. So I'm probably going to drain this out and then return this, and that's probably why the first one that I bought was returned. I don't like this unit at all. I've actually decided to try this again with distilled water. So I had a bottle of distilled water that I put in there. It's not a whole gallon of water or anything. I think it was like a little more than a quart. So I put that in there and we'll see how this goes. So I had opened the window and put 2 fans on outside of this room to pull fresh air in, and the humidity dropped down to 47%. So we'll see how this unit affects the humidity. I'll be back in a little while. It's about a half hour later. I just came back into the room and there's no haze, so that's a good thing. Distilled water definitely works better. And I'm going to turn this up to high because the humidity actually went down. It's down at 46. So I'm going to turn it up to high and I'll be back. And it's definitely making, you know, raindrop, water droplet sounds. It's 3:45 p.m. I just walked into the room and saw Splash snuggling up with Stella. So I went and I got the camera. And of course they moved. How you doing, Splashy? How you doing, Splashy? How you doing, Stella? Stella says she's going to take a bath. Hey, Splashy. How are you? I don't know if Splash got, like, hit in the face near his eye, or what's going on with his right eye. I've been watching it. It's been like that for, like, 2 days. I think he might have gotten in a fight with Boo, because they like to swat each other. He might have got swatted in the face. Right now it's about 3:45, so it's quite a bit later than it was. I've been working today, so I got tied up on a project. Just walked in the room. It is 68 degrees humidity in here. I was shooting for around 60, but 68 is okay. It definitely feels humid in here. The nice thing is that it's not hazy. There's no haze in the air, so that's good. So that solves the hazy air problem. I just have to make sure that I use distilled water. The only issue is that this is really loud and it does make those dripping noises. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll be keeping it or not. Here's Ditto. He's still hanging out under the day sofa. Looks like he's been grooming himself under there. It's gonna be a lot to clean out when I can get under there. I'm gonna go grab my handheld vacuum and try to vacuum up all this loose fur up here. Maybe I'll throw the towels in the wash also. You doing okay, Ditto? You doing okay? He just winked at me. I think he's doing okay. He looks happy. Well, at least content. He looks pretty content. It's about 4 p.m. and I'm giving Ditto a churu. It is a chicken and shrimp churu. There's about 6 drops of CBD oil on it to help relax him a little bit. Is he going to eat it? You going to eat it? He likes churros. He should eat it. The other cats just split a churu. I split one 4 ways, and they each get a little bit of crunchies on it. They got some of the Farmhouse Naturals crunchies from the Dollar Tree. I want to see if he's going to sneeze when he eats this. And if he does sneeze, you know, what are the droplets looking like? So, we'll let him eat. Okay, he just sneezed. So I'm going to check the plate when he's done. We're going to see what's going on there. So Ditto just finished, and I thought we'd take a look at his plate, and that's what it looks like. So I can see, I don't know if you guys could see, but I could see some droplets. Like, do you see the droplets from his sneeze? And they're clear. They're not red. So that could be an indication of his infection starting to heal. It can be an indication of, his mouth sores starting to heal. I mean, it's a good sign. We're moving in a positive direction, but we have to keep watching it. It could be a, a one-time occurrence, but we want to see it happening all the time. We want to see clear mucus versus, colored mucus. So that's always the goal. And not to get too gross, but when you're dealing with any kind of detoxification, you really do go by like a color scale when it goes to mucus. Obviously, the best mucus is clear. Then it goes to cloudy, which is worse than clear. And then you have like yellow mucus, which is worse than cloudy mucus. Then you have green mucus, which is worse than yellow mucus. Then you have brown mucus, which is worse than green, which is worse than yellow. So you keep getting worse and worse. And then the absolute worst is like black, because it's like necrotic. And of course, red would indicate blood, but that's usually somewhere when you have yellow or green or brown. A lot of times the brown mucus is from the dried blood. So, we kind of want to work him up the mucus scale to where it's pretty much either just cloudy or clear. So that's a good sign. It is 7:50 p.m. and I just gave Ditto the first half of his dinner. He's having homemade raw food today with water mixed in and the herbal mixture and a little bit of salmon oil and also a little bit of tuna juice, just to entice him to eat it. Yeah, maybe like a 1/4 teaspoon of salmon oil, not even, and maybe like 1/2 teaspoon of tuna juice. So I'll let him eat, and I gotta go feed the other cats, then I'll be back. I like to let Ditto eat the first half and digest it a little while, and then I give him the second half. It is 8:15 p.m. right now. And Ditto just finished the second half of his dinner. He ate it all, which is very good. And now we're going to relax. So I'm going to shut the big light off in here. Just going to put a little lamp on. And he has some nature videos to watch. And I want to get some other stuff done. And then I'd like to be able to come in here and like relax with him for a little bit. But like, I don't want to stress him out. And I think I was mentioning that yesterday, how it's like really treading a fine line between spending time with him and then like just allowing him private time to himself, like safety time to just heal, because he's still in the healing process. So pretty much all day he's been hanging out under the day sofa. So one thing that was different today was that I did not have this pet remedy plugged in. So I'm going to plug it in and let's see if it'll draw him out. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.